And welcome back to the Arno Betts Show. And today I'm going to be discussing a video I just watched, and it was with a guy named Michael Knowles, and he had a guest. His name is David Pakman. And as we all know, Michael Knowles is a hardcore conservative, such as myself, and this David Pakman is a progressive. Here we go. Everybody knows how I feel about progressivism. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. But before I make any opinions or anything as far as what these two gentlemen discussed on the video, I want to make a clear statement here that when I saw this video, what I was happy about was that progressives are making more of an effort to come on to right-wing media and talk. And what I like about it mostly is sometimes a progressive can put up a decent argument. Most of the time, I have to be honest, their points, their ideas, I don't understand it. I don't. I try. I really do. And this video right here is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. And in a moment, I'm going to show you just a couple of little clips that kind of make my point. And the whole issue throughout this whole video is how the question that the right-wingers are always asking these left-wingers. It's a simple question. What is a woman? And the definition is very simple. We're not asking them to jump off a cliff here. We're asking them simply, give us a definition of what is a woman. And every single time that a progressive is asked to define a woman, what it is, and it's a very simple definition. All they got to say is it is a full-grown adult woman. A female, a full-grown female, human female. That's all it is. But for some reason, they have this impossibility of accepting it, I guess. I don't know. This is where I get derailed and I don't understand. When they're asked the question, the answer that they usually give is, well, that's not a relevant question. We should be focusing more on the issues and what's being done and what's not being done, and we can hash those things out. This question of what is a woman, what's even the sense to ask it? And I guess you could say, yeah, what is the sense? But what is the sense in not being able to answer it? Why not answer the question and then say, that's kind of a stupid question, but here's your answer. What is a woman? It's a full-grown female human being. I don't know what is so bad about asking it, but it is what it is. So I'm going to show you a clip, and you will see the two of them going back and forth. And just wait till you see this. It's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
But I am worried sometimes that we are not giving the best argument for the other side, or that we simply don't understand what the other side is saying. So, in the interest of actually hearing out the other side, I'm very pleased to bring on David Pakman, who is the host of The David Pakman Show. It's a nationally syndicated progressive TV show and radio show. I'm always really grateful to progressives who come on this show. We invite lots of them on. Very often they say no. Sometimes they come on. So just to make sure we're not strawmanning anything, let's bring on David. David, thank you so much for coming on the show.
It's a unique pleasure to be here, Michael. Thank you.
So, David, you saw the clip. You've been watching the Ketanji Jackson hearings. Am I crazy, or should a twice Harvard-educated nominee, federal judge, nominee for the Supreme Court, who is a woman, be able to define what a woman is?
I can't say if you're crazy. That would be for a mental health professional.
For my doctor.
You're either dishonest or ignorant, and we can maybe figure out which. So here's the deal. I mean, I'm kind of, we're just meeting each other. I'm sort of kidding around, but here's the deal. There are no instances where, when issues come before the Supreme Court, it comes down to the dictionary definition of a word. When it comes to who counts as a woman, or what is discrimination, or what is negligence, it's always in very narrow circumstances where dictionary definitions do almost nothing for you. So she was very smart not to play into these kind of rhetorical black holes, because whatever definition she gives, Michael, she then is going to be pushed into some corner with some case or article or book she hasn't read, by the way. And there's no upside to it. So if we're just having a good faith conversation about strategy, she did the right thing. Almost 60% of Americans believe she's qualified, and she is. And that's really all there is to it. It's kind of boring.
Well, I agree with her.
Okay, and right there, I can't help but laugh. I mean, he made his point that he thinks that it isn't relative that the question even be asked, but Knowles made the point that it's a simple question. Why don't you just answer it? And as you noticed, he didn't answer it. Okay. But this is what I'm trying to get at. I understand him thinking that it's not a relevant question. But, well, if it's not a relevant question, what's irrelevant about you answering it, I guess?
That she can. Before I let you go, David, I know we're like way over. I am really not playing the game of giving you some impossible thing to define. But since the question of woman is up in the air, everyone's arguing over what it means these days, do you have, either you yourself or you speaking for the progressives, do you have a working definition that you would use?
No, I don't do, like I told Jesse Lee Peterson, and there's so many, this interview is feeling a lot like that one, interestingly enough. I don't do dictionary, I do politics. And so, no, I don't spend time defining words. And here's in all seriousness, Michael.
Yeah.
Let's now talk philosophically. Really, we're talking, man to man now. Dictionaries are descriptive, not proscriptive. So
they're prescriptive sometimes too. But they can be descriptive. They are descriptive and prescriptive as well, right? The word means this.
By definition, humans decide what to put in the dictionary, right? So they're just these are descriptive.
But they put it there because the words mean something
at the time believe.
Yeah, I mean, we could go down a tangent on prescriptivism versus descriptivism, and that might be good for a future appearance.
I don't know if it's a tangent, but
it would be a very good discussion, and I think it would be great to have you back. I truly appreciate your coming on and giving the progressive perspective on this, and I hope to have you back on the show. Where can people find you in the meantime?
DavidPakman.com, and it's been my unbridled pleasure to provide you these insights.
Thank you, David, very much. I appreciate
And there you have it. Michael Knowles has him on there for about 11 minutes. A big portion of it was the question, what is a woman? And the typical progressive that Mr. Pakman is, he did not answer the question, refused to answer the question. And throughout all of the mumbo jumbo that he said, he has the right to feel the way he does. I mean, don't get me wrong. And in a country that has a right where you have freedom of speech, that also means you got freedom of silence too, I guess. That's the best way to put it. But what I don't understand is I know when people ask me a question, 99 times out of 100, especially a simple question like that, is just simply answer it. What's wrong with answering it? If you have an answer, put it in the comments below. I'm going to read the comments and find out some more perspective on this, why those of our friends on the left will not answer the simple question, what is a woman? Thank you, and have a good day.